Welcome back to the channel. Next car lunch. What if one of the most affordable electric crossovers coming from China could seriously challenge the way Americans think about daily transportation? The 2027 BYD Yuan UP is small, electric, practical, and potentially much cheaper to own than a traditional gas car. But there's a bigger question: can it actually make sense for American roads, American traffic, and American budgets? Today, we're looking at the cost savings, real-world range, practicality, maintenance, resale value, and the hidden details you need to know before getting excited. The 2027 BYD Yuan UP is designed around a simple idea: give drivers an affordable electric vehicle that is easy to use every day without paying luxury car money. Its compact size makes it especially interesting for city drivers, small businesses, delivery users, and anyone who wants to reduce daily transportation costs. Now, pricing is where this vehicle becomes interesting. BYD has not officially confirmed final 2027 US pricing or a US launch specification, so any American price you hear today should be treated as an estimate. Based on its positioning in overseas markets, a reasonable hypothetical US price could land somewhere around $20,000 to $27,000 before destination charges, taxes, incentives, or market-specific adjustments if it were officially introduced. In Japan, an estimated equivalent could be roughly 3.0 million yen to 4.0 million yen depending on specification, taxes, and import costs. For other American markets, the final price could change significantly because of tariffs, shipping, local regulations, dealer margins, and certification requirements. And this is extremely important for American buyers. A low overseas price does not automatically mean the same low price in the United States. Import rules, tariffs, federal requirements, parts support, charging compatibility, and official distribution would all matter. But let's talk about the biggest reason people look at an EV like this: running costs. The Yuan UP uses electric power instead of gasoline, so there is no traditional engine oil, spark plugs, fuel injectors, or many of the mechanical components found in a gasoline vehicle. That can reduce routine maintenance. Instead of stopping at a gas station every few days, an owner can charge at home when practical. Real-world driving range will depend on battery size, temperature, speed, traffic, climate control, tire pressure, and driving style. Depending on the exact 2027 configuration, a realistic everyday range could be lower than the official laboratory figure. For many city drivers, that may still be enough for several days of normal commuting. Imagine a small business owner driving 40 or 50 miles a day for deliveries. With a gasoline vehicle, fuel costs can become a major monthly expense. With home charging, an EV can potentially reduce energy costs substantially, especially for drivers who travel predictable routes and can charge overnight. But there is another side of ownership: charging. If you live in an apartment without reliable charging access, an affordable EV can become less convenient. For American buyers, charging availability should be considered before purchase. For homeowners, however, overnight charging could be one of the biggest advantages. Maintenance should also be relatively straightforward. Electric vehicles generally have fewer moving powertrain parts than gasoline cars. You still have tires, brakes, suspension components, air conditioning systems, electronics, and battery-related systems that need attention. And because the Yuan UP would be a less established model in the American market, parts availability could become one of the biggest ownership questions. This is where official BYD support would matter. If BYD offered a full US dealer and service network, ownership would be much easier. If the vehicle were only imported privately, getting replacement body panels, electronic components, sensors, or battery-related parts could take longer and cost more. So before buying one in America, buyers should confirm warranty coverage, local service availability, replacement part access, and software support. Insurance is another area where the story could go either way. A lower purchase price could help keep premiums reasonable, but insurance companies also consider repair costs, vehicle availability, technology, battery replacement risk, and parts pricing. If replacement parts are difficult to source, repair bills could become higher than expected. Now let's talk about driving. In the city, this is where a compact electric crossover makes a lot of sense. Electric motors deliver power smoothly and quickly from a stop. There's no traditional gear-changing feeling, and the compact dimensions make parking and tight streets easier. For crowded American cities, this can be a real advantage. Think downtown traffic, narrow parking garages, shopping centers, school zones, and busy residential streets. You don't always need a giant SUV to get around. On the highway, the Yuan UP should be viewed as an efficient commuter rather than a performance machine. It should be comfortable for normal highway cruising, but buyers need to remember that a smaller EV can be more sensitive to high speeds, strong winds, heavy loads, and cold weather when it comes to energy consumption. That means your highway range can drop compared with city driving. For daily usability, the compact crossover shape gives you more flexibility than a tiny city car. You can carry groceries, work equipment, luggage, and everyday business supplies. But don't confuse this with a full-size American pickup. If your job involves heavy towing, large construction equipment, or serious payload requirements, you need a completely different type of vehicle. For small delivery businesses, local service companies, urban commuters, and value-focused families, however, the formula could be attractive. Now let's compare it with an American competitor, the Chevrolet Trax. The Trax gives American buyers familiar dealer support, gasoline convenience, easy refueling, and a larger established service network. But the Yuan UP could potentially fight back with lower energy costs and simpler electric powertrain maintenance. If the BYD arrives at an aggressive price, the biggest question becomes simple. Do you want the convenience of gasoline, or are you willing to change your daily routine to save money on energy? For many urban drivers, that decision could become very interesting. Long-term ownership is where this vehicle could either become a smart bargain or a risky experiment. Electricity can be cheaper than gasoline, maintenance can potentially be lower, and regenerative braking can reduce brake wear. But battery health, depreciation, insurance, software support, and parts availability all matter. Resale value is probably the biggest unknown. Established American EVs have already shown that electric vehicles can experience significant depreciation, and an imported BYD with limited American support could face even more uncertainty. On the other hand, if BYD establishes a strong US presence and develops a reliable dealer and parts network, resale confidence could improve. So, is the 2027 BYD Yuan UP worth watching? Absolutely. It combines compact dimensions, electric efficiency, practical everyday usability, and a potentially attractive price. It could be particularly interesting for city drivers, small business owners, delivery users, and buyers who care more about low running costs than brand prestige. But American buyers should not purchase based on price alone. Wait for official US specifications, safety certification, warranty details, charging compatibility, insurance quotes, and parts support. If BYD can deliver all of that while keeping the price aggressive, the Yuan UP could become one of the most interesting affordable EVs to watch. And that's what makes this little electric crossover so important. It may not be the fastest, biggest, or most luxurious vehicle on the road. But if it can save owners money every month while handling everyday American traffic with ease, that could be its biggest selling point. If you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to Next Car Lunch, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming car reviews, new EV updates, pricing breakdowns, and the latest vehicles coming to global markets. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.